Well, howdy there, folks. James, Political Friar, coming to you again. Got the LSE hat on, so we're going to talk about an international relations topic on this one. And it's the American response to the drone attack that killed 3 Americans in Jordan. So, if you haven't heard, the Americans launched some 130 strikes on some 80 targets over the last weekend, and then apparently some more follow up strikes in the last few days, resulting most notably in the death of the leader of the Hezbollah Iraqi resistance group, not to be confused with Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, but Hezbollah just means resistance. So the Iraqi resistance group, or Party of God, I guess technically is what Hezbollah means, that actually carried out the drone attack. There's a couple of notable things about this. The first is that this strike was super duper duper telegraphed. Anthony Blinken and Joe Biden himself said, "Hey, we've decided where we're going to strike," and that was not an accident. Was on purpose. It wouldn't surprise me if the United States didn't tell the Iranians exactly what they intended to strike, because the idea here was to have a retaliation that was meaningful but didn't kill the wrong people, and this did not invite another counter retaliation. See, this is the same kabuki that Iran and Pakistan just played over in Baluchistan. It was important for Iran to respond to the terrorist attack that happened in the eastern part of their country, and it was important for them to respond dramatically, and that included launching an attack in Pakistan against these separatists. And then Pakistan, because it was launched on their territory technically, even though it killed a bunch of people that Pakistan doesn't give a damn about, Pakistan had to do the same to Iran. So Pakistan retaliated against Iran and killed a bunch of people that Iran doesn't give a damn about. The exact same thing happened here. What happened is a loosely controlled proxy group in Iraq overstepped. They went further than Iran wanted them to, and they launched a drone attack against a U.S. base. Who knows? Maybe they assumed that the drone attack wouldn't work. U.S. bases are pretty good about preventing these sorts of things, but it did, and 3 American soldiers died. And that's something that the Americans cannot fail to respond to. But the response, it was going to go ahead and be measured and maybe targeted at the people who actually committed the breach. The Americans and the Iranians are in constant communication, one way or another. I mean, they probably call each other on the phone, but they also are communicating through their actions. And so the United States says, listen, we believe you, Iran. When you say that you didn't authorize this, that you didn't want this, that these proxies were overstepping, we believe you. Therefore, we're going to tell you that we have every intention of retaliating for this, but we'd like to retaliate against the people who actually breached our understanding about the escalation. And that means get your folks out. Get all of the Iranians who are helping these proxy groups back into Iranian territory. Get them out so that when we retaliate against them, Iranians aren't killed. And that's exactly what happened. After the American retaliation happened, the Iranian government went out on its domestic airwaves and says, but no Iranians were killed. Yeah, that's the point. No Iranians were killed, so Iran doesn't need to retaliate. Unlike when Americans are killed and America must retaliate. Well, this little tit for tat is how countries talk to each other when they're antagonistic but not interested in going to war. And that's literally this could be a case study in an international relations class about how you maintain face without escalating. And that's what we got. So there may be further strikes from Americans against the resistance groups. Yeah, in Iraq and Syria, it's probably there will be. Now that you've got three dead Americans, you've got the ability to go after these folks, but you won't see any Iranian casualties. Iran will draw its horns in because fundamentally, Iran is the weaker actor here. Iran is poking, prodding, pushing to see what the willingness of the United States is to allow them to poke, prod, and push. Iran is hoping to the ends of the earth that the Republicans take back the government because the Republicans have promised to withdraw the United States' influences everywhere on the earth. That would be effectively ceding Iran exactly what it wants. So Iran probably feels like time's on its side. The Americans will, in the Iranian calculation, sabotage themselves. So why would the Iranians bother to confront the United States when the United States is self-defeating? Anyway, it's just thought. Let me know how wrong I am in the comments down below. Leave me a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and just know that I really appreciate you. Thanks.